Welcome to the welcome to the Crossfitting podcast again, guys. It's me, your host Prashant Chandrasekhar, and today our guest is again another special guest. I'm excited about these number of special guests that they're having. Let me try and get this right without looking into my phone. He is currently world number 5 Gamma World MMA Championship. Correct? Did I get that right? Aayush Dipu. Welcome to the show, brother. It's nice to have you here finally after all of the drama that has ensued in our life. How's it going?
It's going good. Just got back from the championship.
How did that go?
I went very well. It was an insane experience. Went to the quarters.
Quarters?
Right to the quarters and lost that by split decision.
Okay. Was it a controversial decision?
No. That's a good.
He's
a one championship fighter. He's a very high level fighter. He's one of the Indonesia's star fighter. For me, things I didn't know that until I fought him. And
but won't the coaches have a chant about the fighter and these pluses and minuses?
Oh, we do. But then see, this is not like other professional fights. Other fights, what happens is you get tired to think about your opponent and other things.
Okay.
This thing, what happens is in the span of 3 days, I'll be fighting 5 fights.
Oh.
So I see all my fighters there. Right now, I know who would be fighting next. But again, you just have an idea. You don't know who would be fighting that day. My category itself, there were 8 European champions and 2 world champions like from the biggest stand.
Oh, really?
So you just know they're there.
Very well.
Yeah.
This first place has a heavy cash prize or what?
Yeah, actually, yeah. For this year they introduced $2,000. This year they introduced.
But it should be a lot more, I'm assuming.
But this is on an amateur stage. This is more like, this federation is like Olympics for MMA. So
Okay.
you get recognition here and you're
On this.
Yes.
And then you get called into the big leagues.
yes.
That's, I'm assuming, UFC.
Correct. UFC.
Anything bigger? No, nothing bigger.
Yeah.
Dana, no?
Yeah.
I just started recently, my friends brought me into UFC and started, I used to train.
Yes.
Of course,
Correct.
But very recently I started following the fighters and then I went on a spree of looking up people. Now I have little knowledge, I think, thanks to Malika.
I'll show you better fights. I'll show you nice fights. That if you were fun, that you should watch. Once you watch, you get a better idea for the fights. And
Really?
we get into it completely. On top fights, very entertaining fights.
What do you think about, I wanted to ask you this question at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll save it. We'll ask you this question at the end. Let's start off with, tell us a bit about how you got into the whole MMA world. How did this happen?
That's actually pretty funny. I was a footballer before.
Okay.
And that I used to play internationally. And then what happened to one of my matches against Germany or something, I kept getting pushed off very easily. So
Against Germany, is national level you play football?
it's national. I played under in India.
Oh,
I switched sports completely.
wow.
That time the German when I play against them, what happened is they push me off too easily and all that. I was like, okay, shit, I can't play. I'm not strong enough. So I got an MMA basically for HDT and all that.
Okay. So this one out about your fellow footballer.
Fall off sweet. And then what happened is, I fought one of my first fights. I just came out of match in Ukraine. I came back and I was like, okay, let me see. That's the national championship going on. So barely without any sort of proper training, I went in and I broke my jaw.
Broke your jaw?
Yeah, the first fight was completely gone. And actually, after that is when I got.
How much had you trained when you went,
What I was chilling in the gym like weekends.
That's it?
I didn't have proper training.
And then why did you end up going there? Just because you wanted to feel it?
Yeah, I wanted to fight.
Crazy man you are.
So after I broke my jaw is when I was like, okay, shit. Now I want to, prove myself here.
Okay.
And then I came to BFC. I trained under Abdul. He's one of the veterans because
I know.
Yes. So I did him and prepared at BFC. So after I got there is what he's the one who's made me who I am. So in I think 8 months, 9 months, I became within 1 year I became 2-time national champion.
That's not a normal task, right? No, normal feat. I mean, it's crazy, I'm assuming. Only Hamdul, just tell me.
Yeah, it's short time, and right now with 2.5 years training, I'm the president India.
Do you credit this to your trainer? Obviously.
Oh, completely. Because see, I will train, but I need proper guidance. If I'm training 5 or 6 hours, I still need, if I don't get the right guidance, it all go to OBS.
So then you were representing India in football. you wanted to become a better football, I mean, more aggressive football player, you joined MMA.
Yes.
Now you're a full-time MMA fighter, proper. That's what you do.
Correct.
So, this transition when it happened, did you feel ever that football, because obviously you played football for long, international, must have had a lot of passion for it, followed the game so much.
Same thing. I used to train more, do 6 hours in football. Same thing.
You miss it now?
It's fun, but I like this too much now.
I guess football, I like hurting people. I know that. I really like give me eyes.
It's a fun sport.
So when you started off, how did the family react to this? Obviously, it's a combat sport, so...
So my family, especially because I started with breaking my jaw,
Huh.
they were very worried. They were asking, why you want to do this, do something else, and that, and this, do something safe. And I'm like, see, I'm not happy out of that. So boring. I don't want to study something. I'm like, I can't study. I can't. So boring. I can't go to college, that, this. I hate anything else. See, football's fine. But when I switched to this, my honey is very scared. They're like, no, you fought once, you got experience, stop. So they thought actually since I broke my jaw, I completely stopped MMA.
That just changed everything. It's the same case with bikers, no? Most bikers who are extremely passionate about it. They go on these massive fucking psycho speed rides, crash, break their head, break their jaw. They get fixed. First thing they want to get good, just to go back and ride in that same speed again. Adrenaline junkies.
Yes.
So considering this, this is a combat sport and there's so much aggression, so much fitness involved.
Yes.
Tell me a bit about the routine. No? How does it work for you? Like, what is your routine and how is your diet? What do you follow? Today we're breaking your diet. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Don't want that we'll be eating it then.
So see, my diet's all. I can't say my diet's very clean also.
Okay.
So
But I've seen the ads. It doesn't matter, I think.
no, now it's got
What is that photo, man? By the way, you guys, I don't know if you don't follow Aayush, you should go and follow him. Just for the simple fact that he had gone for his competition recently, and I'd seen a photo of him with 3 other fighters. I remember messaging you. 3 other fighters in this, and to all the people who are really working hard to get abs, you should really see that photo. That photo is only abs. That's all you can see. Abs and a few faces, and then you notice, Aayush is also there. It's just, that was just insane now.
Oh yeah, it was.
So how does it work? What is the routine?
So my routine right now is, I wake up around 6:45ish, and then by 7:30, 8:30, I have one session.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in between, after that, if I have a client that I have to train, I'll train them before my next session.
Are you training people?
Yes. Very few, but I do. Very few. Because I'd rather have my training over everything. I tend to rest, recover. Because I push so much, I need, without the recovery, I can't do. So after the first session, I eat, and then first lunch, it is there if I have to. After that, the next session on 11:30 to 1:32. And then if I'm taking others, if I didn't take a client before that, I'll take one after.
Okay.
Or if it's not, I'll at home, eat, sleep, come back, train again 7 to 9. 7 to 9, 9:30, or based on
How many hours is it totally?
5 6 hours
A day.
per day.
And 6 days. It is one day rest. What do you do on those days?
I just sleep and eat. Sleep and eat.
You don't drink, no?
No.
Barely. Have you ever?
I used to.
Are you here?
So when I played football, at one point there was no matches, nothing, completely out. And I was like, okay, fuck it, I don't have anything to do. Let me go chill with my friends. That time I was drinking a lot. I go, bro, I should drink too much.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then
I used to drink a lot, man. My clock, I shouldn't be saying this. Guys, please don't drink. Drinking is really injurious to health. But my clock used to start ticking at 2 towers. That's when the body identifies that, yes, you're drinking now. Good. Yeah, this is mad. It's a fucking struggle to get off. Actually, it wasn't such a big struggle to get off. It just switch happens, no?
Correct. That's what happened to me as well. But then when I play football, only thing is national, then like all point that I could perform if it's by manage one national, then suddenly they call me, we have nationals in 2 weeks. I did, oh shit, okay, I play. I was still fine. But when we lost the national, if I was like top 4, we could have won that much. But I fucked up big time, like I was drinking so much.
What were you when you played football?
I was a big off.
Which is what?
Forward is the
Forward.
Yes.
What like the Ronaldo is?
Yes. It's okay, yeah. Yes.
I know. As much as I played FIFA as a kid.
Correct.
But so they called wingers.
Yes.
Okay, so you lost the match because
that's a match I could move on because I can dribble very well. Last minute they were like, you manage, you will get the win. Why I fucked up? I was no mobility, nothing, no balance. It's all
What is this? Like some semis, prelims?
finals.
What?
Yeah.
Because you got silver second.
Yeah. But it was a match we were on, man. That's another shit. Because people told me before that, Danish, why you break so much? I forgot. No, bro. I kept telling people, no, bro. I
It
didn't.
never made you put on weight, huh?
It did.
I look at this is the advantage of being this young. I look at the beer and I'll put on 3 kilos. But I did it. If I just see that, just immediately I can feel my stomach. Psychotic.
Yeah, so.
Another important question I want to ask you is, what is your take on the whole? I mean, firstly, tell me if in your circle, in your world that you've seen, is there a lot of steroid use, drug use, stuff like that?
As of the people I know right now, no.
No.
But abroad, a lot of fighters, yes. A lot of guys are on PEDs and steroids. A lot of them.
Performance
Enhancement drugs, yes.
Like at UFC now, do you think they use that? No.
They don't, but this year, USADA is off again, so there's no testing.
What is off?
USADA is a testing pool.
Okay.
For drugs, they check. It was there until last year. It was there before. No, it was not there before. For a few years in between, it's there. Until last year, like till there. Right now, it's stopped. From 2025, they stopped. So I think a lot of fighters might get back on.
Really?
Yeah.
So last week I was interviewing this wonderful powerlifter. He's like a champion.
Okay.
Joseph.
Oh, yes.
Joseph Cormier. Yeah, he's like an influencer also.
Yeah, that's it. I've seen him. Yeah.
So he was telling me about the whole, and he's a powerlifter, right? So he knows the whole gym circuit and all those. He was telling me about, no, it's actually like the whole circuit, it's actually there. It's very normal. It's very common. They know how to, sort to make sure that the drugs don't show on the result and stuff. What do you think? Do you think it's fair for people to use? Your personal opinion.
I don't think it's fair, but if a bunch of people are using, I think everyone should be allowed to use because
Correct, no.
it's
Like levels it up.
yeah, because they have a huge advantage. They can take a lot of specs. They don't get knocked out too easily. They don't get tired too easily.
I'm assuming on the longer run that's gonna fuck you up.
They'll fuck them up, but then it's again a lot of them do it fourth, third time, and then after that they get their money, they're out of it. Till then they just want to perform all day, and even they also the recovery because you get tired of injuries also. You get all. I think my knee and all was become more. I know why. Now it's fine. It's much better now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. There's no days when you're a fighter. You're never 100% fit. You'll always have injuries. Even when you're
fighting.
100%. This thing, my wrist, my knee, my thigh, injured.
One interesting question. I was winding up the question that I wanted to ask you today. Pri mentioned when you're in the octopus, right? In the cage. When you're in the cage, what's running in your head? Like when you're facing off with this guy and you know that you want to about to kill him, and you have to I have to take this guy. What's running in your head? What are the voices in your head? I just always wanted to know when, let's say, you're in a position where you struck someone or someone struck you. What's happening in the head there? What is Aayush saying to Aayush about? I don't know if you're catching my drift.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
What are you saying to recover from that and come back and to get what's the plan? Is there a plan? Are you looking at them and okay, when he does this, I'm going to do that, or it's just very natural?
It's the whole when you fight, the more experience you fight off your instincts.
Okay.
You don't really think too much. If you think too much, you slow down. So what happens is inside the cage, whoever it is, he might have okay, oh fuck this, dude, let's have fun. For me, both the brain losing, I'm like, okay, let's have fun because
I
don't know, it's damn nice. Even if I get it, even my last fight, the Borders, he punched me on my eye and this back came too, and I'm like, shit. He was already good there. Now this fucking two of them have to fight. I don't know where he is. And I can't pretend that I can't see him. He's just unlike shit. He's here. And then I don't know how to explain, but I'm like, okay, fuck it. I like this. It's damn nice. So you don't really panic. You don't panic. You enjoy it, the whole thing, because you've been training for this. You're pushing yourself. So you enjoy it.
Almost giving me Hannibal Lecter vibes. I enjoy it, guys. So I have one question which I've always seen in all these fights, but I've never known what. When someone gets knocked out, the referee picks them up and he's doing this and saying something. What does he actually tell the dude?
Oh, he's checking. We can understand more. So
what does he say?
Basic things. He's asking if you can see. He'll ask you your name. He'll ask you what are you doing right now. because then you get a concussion, you might just go off completely. You won't know what the fuck's happening right now. So, for example, one fighter, in one of the fights, Johnny Walker, he got knocked down between. He wanted to check if he's fine. I think there was an illegal strike. I don't remember. So he got shook. So the referee wanted to check if he's okay. What happened is he's asking where are you right now. He's to run in the desert, and they're like, okay, shit, fight salary because your brain's shook.
So that's what happens because I see sometimes when these guys get knocked down, they get up immediately.
Yeah.
But the referee's already called off the fight and this guy's standing and looks ready.
It's not safe for that because they actually don't know what's happening anymore.
It was just for these questions that
Yes. They just all that is all muscle memory.
the referee is basically the final, like,
Yeah.
there's nobody who.
So the doctor comes in.
Okay.
He checks. The doctor comes and checks you, make sure you're fit to fight. That's also the reason a lot of fighters they lie. They have the techniques that your teammates from outside they tell you. You might not be able to see. Because a fighter called Michael Distel, he's not blind of one eye.
Okay.
So when the referee showed numbers, this press they planned before itself. They'll cough, they'll pull something.
Oh, really?
Tell him what he has. Sign him. Ask my deep, but completely blind of the air. So there's a lot of things.
That's crazy. One of my favorite subjects I want to touch is I sneakily heard this. A little birdie came and told me that Mr. Aayush Dipu is a bit of a philanderer. I don't know if I can say this on camera. I don't know why I have this strange accent suddenly, but anyway. So tell me a bit about your personal life. I know that you don't have a girlfriend,
Yeah.
but you have a lot of female friends.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with
I don't know. I just meet them when I guess when it gets too when there's too a lot of drama.
You're not attached at all, I know.
No. I don't have the time for anything.
Okay?
So if anyone gives me too much drama, I doesn't see it. Listen, like I get hit in the head too much. You give me drama, I'll forget it in it. For 2 minutes, I'll forget. There's no point.
There's never been that one girl who's sort of distracted you?
No. And one that happened. The moment, I think maybe it might happen like naturally. Like, it's automatic. I might realize, okay, I'm meeting her too much. I'm taking too much time.
You stop yourself then?
Yeah, I didn't bother to think. Fuck this.
Really?
Right?
Consciously?
Consciously, yeah.
Oh man, why don't you guys all learn from it?
Because I will like shit.
I want all my boys to learn from this. Watch and learn, you useless fellows. But no, they're great as well, but they're just like extremely distracted when it comes to that one.
Yeah, no. So I don't want to get decided. I'm like, oh, nice, but no. I need to fight. I need to win. So suddenly, the moment I feel like I'm distracted, I'll gun off.
But how did your mind get set to this? Like, I have to do this. Fuck everything else. This is the only thing that happens. How does it happen? Because that kind of maturity comes at a much older age.
Yeah.
At least what I've heard. Not exactly maturity, but a kind of mindset that comes at. Okay, this is much. But you're what now? 20? 22. At 22, generally most boys are all like riding bikes, driving cars, taking chicks out, partying, doing all of that stuff. Whatever, it works for them. But how did you train yourself to do this?
So
How did Aayush become this guy?
I don't know, probably since childhood, for me it was complete. The sport was different. For football, I wanted to be something huge. And I used to put all my time in it. Yeah, I think school, everywhere people put me down. You won't make it, you won't do anything, sport won't get you anything, all this drive fun everywhere. Same thing. So I got this hunger to I want to show that this shit doesn't help me, but football will that sort of thing. And even everywhere I go, why do you study only? So this thing just kept building up that I want to prove myself. So same thing happened at MMA. When I came to MMA, I make shit. Now I want to make sure that I want to show that I'm gonna be the best in the world. So that drive. So once I see my competition, I know a lot of them have years of experience ahead of me. So to make sure I get this.
It's all eyes are boys, basically, That's all. Just
Yes, I'm gonna shit.
that's the about. It's amazing, man. That's one thing I told Varsha also when I first met you. And Varsha and I was moving. I was like, this guy is like he's built different. He's little not teda, but little different. He's not like the usual youth who are just like goldfish all over the fucking place. But it's so nice to see that and I really wish that UFC is the big league, right? I really wish you get that. So Aayush, another question I want to ask you is now during the fight, when you're fighting this dude, he's like a mortal enemy, right? I wanted to know a fighter's perspective of this. But I've seen so many fights when the fight happens, or the fights happen, during the fight, you want to just kill him.
Yes.
That's your aim. But after the fight, this person runs, jumps, if something's wrong with him, he's locked his jaw, some stuff like that's happening. What is that? How is that shift happening? What is the emotion behind that whole thing?
Because, see, you want to hurt them, you want to do everything. But then, you know what effect, how long he'd have to be off the sport. It's so scary. You'll be like, shit, okay, you want to mess him up, yes, but not to that extent where he'll have to take off completely.
It sort of reminds you of what happened.
Say that, every time we get injured, it naturally fucks my head. So even if I'm sick, if I have a cold, I can't train. And try, I have like shit, I can't train. So if something happens, it's a bad concussion, they don't get up, you get very stressed. You're like shit. Okay, so you're very stressed about what they might go through. So you don't want anything that bad. We just the sport is you're having fun inside. You're having fun. You're beating them up, but then like you get stressed. You don't want it to go through something that bad that they can't get back to the sport.
Another thing is now, obviously considering the youth, 22 you have a circle of friends who are 22 or 23, stuff like that. And now we live in the time and age of who my dad is. Right? So many people, everybody wants to fight and everybody wants to know all that stuff. And they get into like general, street brawls and fights, and everybody's trying to check whose dick is bigger.
Okay.
That will be, don't worry. But everybody's trying to check what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But have you had any street fights?
I do not really. I try and avoid everything. Usually, I just I talk to them. I talk to their dads. I don't want to do anything.
Tell me like an incident, that happened.
This I think only sometime. Going back to we were outside. All my friends. This dude just throwing cigarette butts on a table. For no reason. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? He's like, no. Yeah, same thing. You go, my grandma, some grandma, something. He kept pushing on to, and I'm like, see, bro, I don't care who that is. I'm just telling you not to fuck around, chill. And he started coming at me, and then he's like, you don't know who I am, that, this, and that. I don't care who you are. Later, to one point, I'll just tell him, don't fuck around, that's it. I'm not going to do anything else. To go to a point where started escalating more and more, then that's when I told him, see, listen, don't fuck with me, I'll fuck you up. That's all. I'm not saying anything else. I told him I'll break away. And this is how you don't know, my grandmom will come. I'm like, bro, he actually switched the conversation. He's changed. Because the thing is, I'm still smiling him. So he was very confused. Because I don't get pissed off and I know what I can do. So I was telling him, bro, chill. So he got very confused, but he switched the whole thing. From, he'll fuck with me and his grandma, all that. It's like, okay, bro, I go to the hospital, but my grandma will come. I'm like, bro, what? And then someone around there knew me.
This man's giving the logic and in the argument, hey, I go to the hospital, but my grandmother will come. What? I saw my grandmother.
I was so confused. But someone around there, here. And around my whole family, and they like, bro, this guy's a fighter. From there, and his friend got that. I think Dipu one. And his friend came, he pulled him, he told him, bro, it doesn't look like good thing. Will go off and that's it. And I never see it.
And they went away.
Yeah.
That was actually my next question about why does this happen? I know, because we had that chat.
Yes.
Why does this happen for the audience to know? Why does this happen to most fighters?
So this is just impact on the cartilage. The cartilage breaks down.
Okay.
And the blood, it calcifies. So when it calcifies, it just stays. It's gone. It's forever. It's very hard. So it's all because of impact.
So that's the thickness that happens is the cartilage has become rusted?
No. The cartilage breaks.
Okay.
And then blood fills up. And usually I take it out with like a syringe.
What do you think? Like,
oh yeah, I fucking put it in.
You do it yourself? Some Rambo stuff.
And then whatever's left, it's still the whole thing doesn't come up. Whatever's left, it calcifies and then make up completely hard.
So it becomes hard now. It becomes one piece.
Yes.
It's calcified cartilage, is it? That's what it is?
Yes. No, it's calcified blood.
Calcified blood?
Yes. And it stays there. So that's why it's so hard.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
All of these guys, John Jones and all of them have that whole
That's come more from wrestling than from strikes. Because strikes again will be more here. This comes more from wrestling, from getting stuck in.
Yeah.
All that. So rubbing, you break.
What is your favorite part of MMA? Is it the whole Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Oh, yes, I do. I basically like to fuck people up there. I won't stand it, although put them down at them. Even from down, I like to. Even one of my fights, I got an arm off from down.
Oh.
So I like to just be dangerous everywhere. More than maybe starting was more wrestling, but now I like to, you know,
It's not that peaking, it's not landing that one solid roundhouse. Oh man, that's so satisfying to the fighter. When I see it is, it's just like half of these videos on Instagram and it was like, oh my god, those knocks.
I just like to, so with actually I like to put pressure on them. So they start panicking. I'll just go, hit them, come back. I'll stay right in front of them. And I might not hit them, but they're so much well though. They completely locked down. They're like shit, and then hit them. Come out again hit them. And sometimes I like to, I just want to put them down, hit them, take him up again, hit them. So I like to fight every year.
Your coach won't mess with you. Won't tell you that shut up, finish the food. Not finish the food. Like don't play with your food dates.
It's based on the fight actually. It's a very tough fight. It's how the fight is going.
Have you ever dragged on a fight longer just because you?
Yeah, one fight actually. Yes.
Really?
There was a lot of crowd. He's like, fight with the crowd.
I told you the animalistic. Getting more animalistic. Okay.
So there was a lot of crowd outside. And he's like, fight for the crowd. This one. Okay, I already finished, but
coach only told you.
Yeah. When I got it, you fight this fight for the crowd. Okay, bye.
So what is that? What changes there? You know that you're going to win now.
Yeah.
The fighter's not as skilled as you.
Okay.
What do you do? You're just playing around it.
You don't want to hurt him too much, but you just play. You don't want to hurt him too much because he might not be able to take it. So you take your point, we hurt him a little bit, and then put him down.
Sounds almost sadistic, man. What the hell?
It's I don't know how to actually play it, but you don't. If they're not as good, you try not to hurt it too much. But there's a crowd, I can't just stop the fight. So turbo on show, play, then come out, put them down, finish it.
What are your thoughts on the current sports situation in India? I mean, it's one of the most cliched questions, but it's a question that I'd always like to ask sports people, especially sportsmen who are not cricketers, because nothing against the cricketers, nothing against Virat Kohli or nothing against any of the Rohit Sharma, all of them. They've worked their pace, they've killed themselves to get to where they've gotten, and they're reaping the benefits. But most sports in our country are not looked that way. And I also say this because I come from a household where my sister-in-law, I think I mentioned.
Yes, he's told me.
My sister-in-law I think, she's going to kill me for not remembering this. I never remember this. I think she's 18-time or 19-time national champion of billiards. And last year or last year, she was world number 1.
Yes, he's
six red championship. But the kind of recognition that they get is not close to the recognition that
I get.
Maybe a cricketer was, and nothing against the cricketers really. It's not. They deserve all the adulation that they get. So I don't mean to offend any cricket lovers or anything. They deserve all the adulation. But what do you think about the sports body and how sports is looked at as now? What are your thoughts?
Anime right now?
It's generally all the sports other than cricket.
Okay, all sports. See, all of the little football, I think after I stopped, is much better now. It's getting much more recognition, all the players, benefits. But I think support-wise, financially support me, because, for example, when I go for my one deputy, I meet other fighters from other countries. For them, the government's sponsoring everything, including whatever they buy extra over there. So we are trying to get someone to just pay for our, travel.
Is there a level that you have to I don't know how to frame this, but is there a level that you have to be where the government says that, okay, come, I'm going to sponsor you?
Not really, but I think we'll have to go check again.
And for private sponsors and all?
That's more possible. That's what I that's what I have to do now. Next, I have to go for a championship again in Brazil. It doesn't do. So I have to look for someone that, is mutually beneficial for me and them, because I can't just have someone sponsor where I can't, put them out at wherever I go. So getting sponsors also, I have to find a good sponsor before that. It's still pretty hard though. It's very hard. Government wise different, but yeah,
it's a bit of a, I don't know who the three are, because I've seen this at home also. He's just like world champ, man. It's not like he's world champion in bowling also your thing, and this is snooker billiards, but it's some next other stuff. Like you all watched Ronnie O'Sullivan and Stephen Hendry, but for her, all the when she recently went to, I think, Syria, and not Syria, somewhere else she went.
I think she started last time and
Yeah, she was at Qatar for some Qatar Open or something like that, and I think Turkey, stuff like that. All her own sponsor. She pays for her own ticket. She does her own thing. She goes, wins, comes back. Once she wins, obviously the state government, the thing, and all of them recognize it.
okay.
But they don't push as much for the sports people before they win.
Correct.
Right? That's a bit of a, it's weird that it happens. So, Ayush, I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the whole this constant thing that I keep seeing it on the internet, where people are advertising, people are saying it's okay to be fat. No, be yourself. It's okay to be fat. Why are you worried about other people's opinion? What do you have to say about that?
That's, like for them to tell themselves it's okay. It's okay to tell themselves that it's fine for you to be yourself, but not unhealthy. Release yourself and work on yourself. You're going to stay fat and give an excuse, just advertise it, tell people, be yourself, don't let anyone say anything. That's one way of an excuse, you would give out to people.
Just to be lazy.
Yeah.
Same here. I mean, I don't have a problem as such with anybody being anything.
Correct.
Each person is identified as what they are for themselves.
Yes.
And I don't relate or associate with people just because they're fat and
Correct.
girl, boy.
Yes.
Whatever they are, they are. My association with people is the personality that they are.
Yes.
But my problem is when people are constantly saying this whole, and they take it off to another level with all these ads and set up for Instagram and YouTube and all that. It's okay, you be what you want. I mean, of course, you can do what you want. You'll probably die of a heart attack. And you want to be what you want to be. But the people who are really paying the price for it is not you. Because when you die, it's not you who's paying the price. It's the people around you who are suffering the loss. We just want to be whatever we want to be.
Yes.
So it's fine, I think, to do whatever you want to do. But I think being unhealthy is not particularly.
And then put out like, be yourself. That's
Be yourself. Yeah, everything is beautiful. Yeah, of course, everything is beautiful. Don't be saying you're not beautiful. You are what you are. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're all of those things. But you're also unhealthy.
Don't low, be there only.
Yeah. And it's crazy about how people, you're fat shaming. Everybody's fat shaming. They're just, at least I'm not. At least for people around me. And I tend to say,
I hear the same thing. My friends around me, I see them put on me, I don't do it. It's not good. I know what will happen. I'm a trainer, so I know this is going to be hard for you to get rid of. I'll tell bro, take care, bro, dude. Why you? Because you say this because you're fit. I'm like, no, bro. I'm saying this because I know that it's going to be easier, comparatively easier. Later on, it's gonna get harder, and you'll add on more health issues. Obviously.
And I've genuinely been on both ends of the spectrum.
Right.
I've been fit.
Yeah.
Now relatively fit. I've been like a fat pig.
Yes.
Whatever as I can at least speak from my own experience, where it's like, yeah, I've been both, and I've had people say a lot of things to me, and I decided to pull my shit together, and I said, not because people told me and they made me feel lesser than what I am.
Yes.
But the fact that I may lose my shit, and it happened to me. I had like a small health scare. So when I realized, and I said, okay, cool, let me just get my shit together. I had to pull everything back together, and then and we got back. So yeah, guys, you want to do whatever you want to do, please do. But I think you should. I think everybody should focus on their health. I don't mean to sound like a preacher when I'm saying this, but yeah, it's important. A lot of people tell you, no, it's okay, do whatever you want, but they're all they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And you should really do what is best for you with regards to your physical health. So let's do this. Next question. My next question to you is your favorite fight amongst all the fights that have happened, the whole MMA world. What is your favorite fight?
My fights are the one I watched.
The ones you watched. The international one, the UFC fellows.
The UFC guys, I can't really pick one. It's like I think I keep watching throughout the.
One of your recent most favorite ones.
I watched a fight between John Silva and Dudoba.
Okay.
It was a very tough fight. It was a dog fight. This guy's eyebrow is completely cut open, and this guy throws a spinning elbow again it was a very entertaining fight. So that's a very recent fight that happened. Other than that, again, where I went to fight, there were fighters that are very high level fighters. All UFC level fighters, very high level fighters. So one of those fighters there, he's a second-time world champion. I know him personally. So the way he fought his fight with, I lost my mind. He was so good. He was just, he's just making a fool out of his opponent.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, very entertaining fight, very smart fighter.
But this one, what you were talking about, was extremely violent.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of action. Dude, that reminds me, talking about violence. Oof. Have you seen this new movie called Marco?
Not really, no. I really watched because the last few days everything's coming to me. Bro, you watch Marco's like,
Aayush, I can't even begin to tell you. Like, Animal,
yeah.
the movie, is like a, I don't mean to demean Animal when I say this, but it's like Tom and Jerry in comparison.
Oh,
It's blood and gore, like it's eaten up John Wick, man.
oh,
It's insane. It's shot very well, I must say. It's really nice. Unni Mukundan's really good. I remember Harish and Kanna had gone for the movie, and Harish and Krishna had gone for the movie. Okay, Harish and Kanna are the same person. Harish and Krishna had gone for the movie, and Krishna mentioned to me that, oh, it's crazy, it's movie, you should watch it, full thing, all that. And recently I got to go with Jayant. Okay, I got a friend. No, Pere? What is Karman and all of them? Just a bunch of people ask. Okay? So, we had gone for the movie, and man, the violence. I felt like I needed to shower after I got out of the movie.
oh shit.
It's just blood, guns, and the director has not left any page unturned.
Okay.
I don't mean to give a spoiler to the audience, but he just, I don't know what he's to man. It's a really nice movie, but there's
I think I should.
a man who's really, who's directed something like that has to be like a special character. I know we'll call him like a serial killer or something like that, but he's really,
Yeah.
what violence, dude. My God, it was just gratuitous violence, that was just, so much. It's just, I came out and I was like, fuck, but it was nicely shot. I mean, it's a very standard revenge plot.
Okay.
Very, very nicely done, whatever. It was all good. And, but yeah, you should watch it. I'll get a chance to watch it. We're going to have to. Another question I wanted to ask you before we go into our final segment.
Okay.
If you had a word of advice for younger kids, like 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 16, when do you have to generally start?
As
You want to be like a world champion sometime?
start soon. My coach's son, he was at the same competition. He fought under 14. There was under 14 category. He's a world champion this year.
Really? What is he like?
He's Basel Panabil. He's my sorry to son Basel.
Basil.
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 He just so he started when he was a kid. Him and his sister Misha is his daughter.
Yeah.
Both of them were so small. They started when they're very tiny.
It's crazy. Wow. I used to say I have such a
Correct.
coaches here.
And he trains with us, right? So all his teammates, all of us, and me, Shevin is my main training partner. Shevin and Ayan. So Ayan again, he's 16. He started when he was 8, and he's one of the top fighters in there. He can mess up any dude I know. He's only 16, but he's so strong. He's so technical.
Yeah.
Any guy, even outside, even India is pretty much all easy fighters. But he doesn't care about the fighters here. Outside, next year, I think he's also participating in World Championship. I don't know.
So how does it? How much does the? I'm sure you have other people as well training with your friends and your
like I said, my main training partner is Shadid. But it's like, see, for example, you need one training partner that at least has the same mindset. Otherwise, there's no one. There's not a sport where you can do it alone.
Really?
Yeah, you need to deal with someone else. Only then it's very realistic. You can't just keep punching the bag. You won't learn anything.
Correct.
You need actual fight. Yeah.
That you have sparring partners, no?
They'll have to be at the top level. See, he's right now in 70 kilos. He's ranked 8th in the world. Yeah, he's ranked 8th in the world. So it's all another guy, Arjun. He's one of my main training partners. Arjun, Ayan, Sheldon. All of these guys are my main training partners. So these guys are high ranked. So when you train with them and when you train with others, very different. You won't feel the same intensity with others. You won't get what you operate will give you in the fight. But with them, you will get something very similar.
So you just done that way. That way, when you say that people are sparring, it's almost like you're actually fighting the person.
Yes. But in our gym at least, we go very technical. We run over her. You don't fight anything. It's all technical sparring. So technical sparring, you barely hit. You just touch. So zero damage.
So how do you get this intensity then?
That builds your reaction. The intensity is just you. It's just, I can't explain. This is so here we go technical. You don't want to hurt your partner, you stop. I throw. And then I stop just before it lands. I know it's gonna connect, I'll stop. There's no load. So in the fight I wanna fucking whack them because I've been controlling. Let's work on speed and accuracy.
Of anger, it's
Finally. So you don't want to hurt them. And you work on your speed and timing. Your timing, your accuracy, your body coordination. So your muscle memory over and over again. You do it again and again, and hurting each other. So when you're not hurting each other, you perform well as well. Your head is fine, everything is fine. So and then it's just in the fight. In the fight is just how you are, your mindset. One of my second fight, like I said, it was against the world champion. So his choke, one of his chokes in the first round was so tight. Normally, my neck, someone taps my neck. What happens is if I'm getting a choke, like the air, I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. His arms will gas up before I toss up. But yeah, my head is always like that. But my head is that, before I lose my breath, their arms will get tired. But this guy, his grip was so tight, this whole right arm, it got completely numb. I couldn't feel his arm. It was completely numb. And I was like, shit, this is strong. Yeah. And I was staying there. Then I'm like, no, I won't get out. I'll stay out, I get out of the stroke, and then I got out.
Isn't that like
That is all. No, that's fine. But that's all again, only mindset. If you're mentally down, the moment they catch you, you leave. But then, so that's why it's up to you. You're not training at them, my teammates. I'm like, see, if you mindlessly get out, if you have a strong mind, you can stay there. No matter what. Even if someone, like I told you, right? My last fight, he punched me and it was all two. This dude just was, I mean, shit. Just stay there and fight. It's all up to you.
did it become one eventually?
After some time, you became it one. Yeah, it took some time though. He was just there every young shit. I had to guess at it. I was like, fuck, this guy is everywhere. He was already one menace. And then I have to hit the right one.
What are your thoughts on? I don't know. I guess he's one of the most controversial fighters, but obviously the GOAT, John Jones. What are your thoughts on me?
I like John Jones. I really like John Jones, but I don't know. I think he's had a very confusing and mixed up lifestyle. In between, because he became a champ very young, so he got distracted very young as well. All the partying, this, and right now he seems like he's off of it, not as much as he used to, because he became champion when he was 23. He was world champion when he was 23. So right now it looks like he's off it, but I think it would have been better if he was off zero. He would have had a longer run as a champ. Right now he's fine, but he's closer to retirement as well. Yeah, he's fighting. Tom Aspinall was young.
What's your bet? Who's gonna win?
I'm very confused because see, Tom Aspinall, he has the skills. He has very good skills.
Has the strength.
And he's young. He's very young. But for me, John Jones has the experience. His fight IQ is insane. He's one of the I watch fighters with very high fight IQ. It's very nice. Once you learn more about MMA, you can figure it out. Otherwise, you watch, you won't understand what's happening. But someone like John Jones, very high fight IQ. So, like I said, his experience level is very high. He's fought all great fighters. So that's the one reason I feel, he'd still beat us for now. But
I see John Jones gonna win.
I think so.
I really hope he wins, man.
Yeah. And then I want him to stop after.
Yeah, I really hope he wins, and I hope he just stops after that, and he just. I think the high itself.
Get it.
Another age-old question: if you had to pick between the two greats, Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali?
I love Muhammad, but I like Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's more brutal, right? Muhammad Ali was more like.
It's nice. That Lahasi is so nice. Such a nice guy, but I like Mike Tyson's.
Yeah, Mike Tyson is more like.
He's an honor.
Do you think Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight?
That was scary.
Yeah? For sure?
Yeah, for sure. I have watched that. Before watching it, I knew it was gone. I think I was traveling when I was watching.
It was at some 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. I tried staying up that night to see it.
Yeah.
Then I just passed out. I woke up. I was like, fuck, I have to see this. By then, someone had already posted a reel that Jake Paul's won. I was like, what?
It was bullshit. No.
It was just like.
No, even Mike Tyson's muscle memory is scary.
Yeah, it's gaining in something. Like, fuck. What is that speed, man? It's just, man. It's amazing. That is what, 56? I know. 50?
56.
Something like that. Oof.
What I know, but he still has the speed. He's scary. He's still very scary.
Yes. I really wish it was an actual fight. You probably killed him, man.
Correct. It was the same thing. I think now McGregor's going to fight Logan Paul or Deep Paul, one of the brothers in India. I think.
Really?
Yeah. But that's also going to be same thing again.
You don't think McGregor fucked him up?
I don't think so because they'll just make it, go through the end, whole play thing. It'll be that guy with someone, but it won't be an actual fight.
All of these, these celebrity fights most of them are staged, you think?
No, not these fights. Some of them, see, the YouTubers fighting YouTubers, I think those are wrong. But YouTubers fighting fighters, most of them are scared because you know that this guy can knock this out without trying. He doesn't have to try to us. So those fights, yes.
Sorry, but because we completely deviated from the subject. So your word of advice, if you had to tell, somewhere we went on after that. Your word of advice for the younger generation who are aspiring to be fighters and stuff like that, what would you have to say to them?
Young generation, I need to, first you need to believe in yourself. People are going to keep telling you, you can't do this sport won't do you, won't help you out. So if you're getting into the sport, you need to have the belief in yourself that you'll be able to do it. Try it out first. If you're going to be able to actually develop in this, stick to it. And then it takes time. A lot of people, they rush. They see the movies. They rush. They're like, why aren't I getting better? Why aren't I getting better? So you need a strong mindset that, it'll take time.
How long do you think it will take for someone, if they just, at the age of 16, get nice, good genetics, decent genetics, and at the age of 16 decided I'm going to become a fighter and trained every day, say, 6 days a week, 5 hours a day. How long do you think it will take for a kid like that to reach national level and stuff like that?
By the time he's light training, he'll be a very good fighter if he's not distracted.
It'll still take 3 years, huh?
It'll take 3 years. But like I said, it's based on how their mind works, how my mind works. Because I tell, like I said, my teammates, everyone, I tell them, you need to be able to outwork more than to get to that point. My teammates, they get tired, I tell them, see, you lost the fight. You can't fight. I'm very harsh. Comparatively that way, I'm very harsh because they do something halfway.
My teammates will agree that I'm a little harsh too.
Okay.
Am I? Am I a little harsh with my criticism? I better not be. That was a strict question to you.
Nice. Yeah.
So let's move into the next segment where we eat random food.
Okay.
Not like random food, it's ordered decent. And this time it's from where? Aladdin.
Oh.
Aladdin, we've gotten rolls.
Okay.
So basically, you eat it, but be honest.
Yeah.
If it's shit, you have to say it's shit. Then say it's a really shit roll. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Guys, fuck off. Don't serve this kind of food. But it's good to say it's good. Yeah, shall we try it?
Yeah.
Please, can we have the rolls, gentlemen?
Oh, so funny. People think all the spirals have such strong cream there. So after the time we were fighter, after the first weekend, me, all the champs from last year and all that. So first I was staying on my diet because we had 2 weigh-in, not 1. So I think I had to be 60 kilos fucking 4 times. I had to cut 2 by 2. The first fight, second fight, quarters, finals, semifinals, all and everything to keep giving before each fight to figure weight. I had to cut again after my first fight the next day. The night I had to cut 4 kilos. I got 4 kilos and then
in one night, huh?
In 1 and a half one.
How did you do that?
Dehydration. Sauna, bath. I got up. I was far in 4
kilos gone. So if I do the same thing, I lose 4 kilos?
Yeah, what do we do?
What do we do? What do you forgot? This.
No, on
Murthu wait for
not 4.
Give me the 2. Rendu rodra.
Tea, which one is good? Because Sama.
Okay. நல்ல முகூர்த்தத்துக்கு ராகுகாலம் பார்த்துருந்துச்சு எனக்கு புரியல.
No, I was sick. But this is a crispy chicken.
That is nice. I'm on a diet, so I'll eat the thinner roll.
All 3 of them.
What is this?
No clue.
Are you ready to do this? Aayush, shouldn't you steal? No way. So, guys, before you think that we're going to give some great reviews, this is not a paid thing. I paid for this myself so that, you guys can start sponsoring us in the future. Yeah, so if it's bad, guys, it's bad. If it's good, I'll say no.
Yeah.
Shall we? Mailing on decent like that. I'm aiming for the first bite. The roll looks really good.
Massive.
It's like swaps in sizes. I've got your size roll, you got my size roll.
I was telling you, people just think I don't eat as much. My diet is, it's like he's heavy, fat, a fucking bite.
Ready? Shall we? First bite.
Yeah.
There.
Oh.
I know we'll chop him, right?
Oh, nice.
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 You don't seem very like happy about it, yeah? Very.
Very nice.
This is nice, but it's a little dry.
Mine's actually filled with sauce.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't expect he told me.
Yeah, Adi just makes me to want to give me the worst tour as well. Thanks, Daddy. What did do?
Man, they say crispy chicken I thought him, huh? Won't be as.
Yes, the shit.
Right. No, it's a good one. Little poor, but good. Aladdin. Good stuff, buddies. Thank you very much. How much would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being,
Dipu.
yeah? Kinda over available in this camera, you want to come into the camera, is it?
Just probably. From there. Oh, shit.
West all you're eating.
Very basically just to place called. Actually, short.
You went where now? You went Thailand, no?
Thailand for training, fly Jakarta.
Okay. Thailand, you went for training.
Yes, yes.
You ate their crazy food.
Yeah, bro. I think I had crocodile.
Really?
Yeah.
Ride a scorpion, man.
I did. I was thinking. I was gonna eat, and then my.
It's so like, it's nothing. It's just crispy. It's like eating crispy sand. At least the guy, so we had gone for a walk in that, what is that? Walk-in street. I'll censor this. None of you will know where I went. So we had gone for a walk there. And then these guys are just walking like it's like with the tray and they're walking on the streets with like lollipops.
Yes.
Like scorpion food in the thing. I'm like, okay, Paul, we're here. When the fuck will I get to eat the scorpion? Let me try it. And then I tried it and it was so like,
Just crispy.
it was just crispy, dry sand. It was like that. Nothing, no taste. And it's just, I ate like a little bit and then I just kept telling everybody, oh, I eaten the scorpion now. You suck it. But yeah. This is a good war, guys. I'm going to give it a 3. Out of 5. Probably because it's a little dry. Any last thoughts, Ayush, before we wind up?
Nothing. I guess that's it.
Yeah, I didn't ask you this. Who between the two? Conor McGregor or Habib?
Oh, me stop. Tara, you say.
Sorry. Conor McGregor or Khabib?
Yeah, that's the question because of I started off liking Khabib's fights, and I was Khabib fan. But then I at that point I never watched Conor as his prime and he was featherweight. So I like Conor's mindset. One thing I like his mindset, bro.
I thought this would be killing code though. Fuck, I just messed this entire thing up. Sorry guys, I'm a messy eater. My t-shirt's ruined for this podcast. See the kind of sacrifices we make. So when you see this on the internet, please like, share, subscribe and do all of that stuff. I've sacrificed one t-shirt for your entertainment. I'm giving Ayush's information out. Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, same. So Conor, the more I watched his other fights, I went, shit, I like him. I like his pride and him at featherweight. So him at featherweight and his mindset, I like that a lot. Again, but Khabib was very hard for me to pick one out of that.
So this whole thing about him training with bears and all is true, is it?
Khabib, yes.
Yeah? Like he actually fights them?
Yes. Because when I train with Russians outside, they're fucking strong there. And I asked them, they're actually damn funny.
What is the opinion of these other local Russian fighters about Khabib? They speak very highly of him.
Yes and no, because that they speak very highly about him, but they'll also tell how that Russia or Dagestan in specifically has a lot of fighters like him. It's just that Khabib had enough marketing to get out.
Really?
You know, a plan to get out of there.
That's good for him then, right?
Yeah, because there are top fighters. There's so many fighters out there. So they're like, he's not just the only fighter there. There are at least 50 pretty Khabibs like that in Dagestan.
Yeah?
Yeah, same level, that high.
It's insane. And we've come to the end of our podcast. And Ayush, thank you so much for making time. And after all of this back and forth, and we finally came. And I hope, when is your next tournament?
My next fight, I think, is mostly in April in Bangalore, actually. April, June,
Okay.
April in Bangalore, mostly. And the main one is in June, Brazil.
Brazil.
So, yes.
Be careful of all the distractions you may find there, my friend. It's Brazil. But yeah,
I'm get distracted before the fight. Till the fight is locked in.
after you can take 4 days off and stay there.
I'm allowed to lock it because look, I'm very back to back, so I'm allowed to get a little distracted. For it's Brazil after all.
Little breathing, yeah, you have to. Yeah. I'm assuming after all your fights, you're going to stay there a couple of days. No?
He's today free.
You have to. At 22, you're like, you're the fight.
Brazil, yeah. I'm being a football fan for so long. I love to go out.
I know. The football culture.
Yes.
Not mentioned.
NCM play.
But thank you so much for being part of the podcast, and I hope you kill it at the competition. I'm going to do my finishing speech. Don't mind. Guys, that was the podcast with Aayush Dipu, champion of fighter and a good friend now. And if you guys like the podcast, please like, share, subscribe, and what? Click the bell icon. I'm getting better at this. We are getting better at this. And I hope you guys had fun watching this. Have a good night. Take care.